So Phil Spencer has come out and said that Japan is the fastest growing install base for the Xbox. Now, I would really like to see the numbers for this for a lot of reasons. Anybody who's been following Xbox in Japan knows that the numbers that they push over there are pretty pathetic. They're really bad. I remember reading something, this is years ago, so maybe things have changed, I don't know, but like it was maybe the Xbox One or the Xbox 360. I want to say it's the Xbox One. They're pushing like 20,000 something a month. It's pathetic how bad it sells over there. There's a lot of reasons for this. I think it's because most people in Japan want Japanese-made products. But he says that they're picking it up. Is that maybe because they sold 10,000 more units than normal? So no, we're selling 50,000 now, so it's up 3,000%. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much I believe it. I think what he's trying to do here is to create excitement for the brand there, because Lord knows there's never been any. Look at this old headline. Xbox One Japan release has worst launch of any console in recent history. This was from September 10th, 2014. It was a really bad launch, and it didn't get any better. Here's the Xbox One X launch in Japan. Only sold 1,600 units. And I got to tell you, the Xbox One X was a great console. If you had one, you know what I'm talking about. It was really good for what it could do. I actually have one. I'm going to keep mine. Actually, I'm just going to put it in my bedroom because it's a 4K Blu-ray player. Why get rid of it? And I have some pretty good Xbox games that I plan on keeping. I don't know if I'm going to get an Xbox Series X yet. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll get one down the road when Halo Infinite launches. We'll see. But for now, I'm just going to wait. I'm pretty happy with PC. So, but I wanted to go over some surprising Japanese stuff here because maybe he's not lying. So Tokyo Game Show 2020 kicked off today and started with a number of presentations, including Microsoft's own Xbox-focused presentation. During the opening of Microsoft's presser, Xbox boss Phil Spencer noted that Xbox Japan adoption has been going quickly. According to Spencer, Japan is their fastest-growing region in the world, noting that the Xbox learned from the past and are redoubling their efforts to capture the domestic market in Japan. Spencer suggested Xbox has seen the highest engagement on Xbox in Japan than they've ever seen in their entire 19-year history. Since we launched Xbox Game Pass for console and PC in Japan this April, we've seen more players on Xbox devices, games, and services than in any time in our recent history, Spencer said. He added Xbox Live Gaming monthly active users grew 82% year over year this summer in that region. We're so humbled to see players enjoying our games and services. So here's something interesting. So they don't sell a lot of units in there. So 82% year over year. I really wonder. I'd like to see their actual numbers for that. I mean, there's so much you can do with statistics to make things sound exciting, and he might just be doing that right there. I really would like to take a look at their data. They're never going to share it. I mean, to their credit, like I said, 3 console generations now, they've been trying to push themselves in Japan, and I wonder, that's why I'm skeptical about this data that they're saying that they have, because it's just never worked. But they keep trying, and I find that interesting. Here's another interesting thing that might back up what he's saying here. So he says Xbox devices, right? That includes PCs, I think, at this point, because they consider Xbox more of a brand, like as a family now or whatever, not just a system. Because the Game Pass, I mean, all of the games on Xbox Series X are coming to PC. No matter what it is. I personally think that's a mistake. You would want people to... So Halo going to PC is obviously kind of a big deal. But anyway, here's the one thing that makes me think, well, maybe he's telling the truth on something, and that's this. Xbox Series XS sells out instantly in Japan. The Xbox Series X and S are now available to pre-order in Japan, but both consoles sold out of their stock within hours of becoming available. That's pretty interesting. Usually, I wish I could find it. There's pictures of Xbox launches in Japan where they have like all of this like marketing stuff. Xbox is out today, and there's nobody in line. And then they'll show you pictures of like the PlayStation launch lines, and they like wrap around buildings. You know what I'm saying? So this is actually pretty interesting that it's selling out instantly in Japan. I was actually kind of shocked by this, and this makes me wonder, could Xbox maybe be a contender over there? The price is certainly good for the Xbox S at, $300. They actually did a last-minute decision and cut the price even further for the Xbox Series X in Japan to an equivalent of $280. So they're actually getting the console $20 cheaper than what we're getting over here in America. Actually, it's $284, but $4. So that's interesting. However, how exciting is that news when you find out that you need 200? Because remember, you only get 500 gigabytes with the $300 Xbox. So if you want, more storage, the $500 version comes with a terabyte. By the way, even that's not that much when you consider how big games are. You're only going to put about like 9 AAA games on your system. But if you want more room, $219. Now, to be fair, this is going to be the same problem with Sony, because Sony, because of the way that their games run through their SSD hard drives, you're going to have to buy their own first party memory cards, and they're going to be just as expensive. So a lot of people are ragging on Microsoft. Sony just hasn't revealed that information yet. Microsoft at least did to prepare you. So I give them a little bit more credit here than Sony, but memory cards are going to be expensive for both consoles. You're not going to be able to just use a external hard drive like you used to be able to. I have a terabyte hard drive to both of my PS4 and my Xbox One X because it's just cheaper to do, but this is unfortunate though. But it will supposedly make the games run better, but it's a hard pill to swallow. So that $300 doesn't sound so great when you can only put like 3 games on it, and then you're going to have to spend another $200 anyway. But people in Japan like the smaller stuff, and I think that might appeal to them. But anyway, let's take a look at this. The Xbox Series X and S are already sold out in Japan mere hours after hitting the market. The next generation consoles became available for pre-order at midnight, and players will get their hands on them November 10th. Xbox has historically performed poorly in the Japanese market. However, Microsoft claimed that Japan is the fastest growing region in the world for its consoles. This was seemingly confirmed by the rate at which its latest product sold out after becoming available to the public. This is already a massive improvement over the Xbox One, which made less than 1% of all its global sales in Japan. Video Games Chronicles reports that the more expensive Xbox Series X sold out in less than 20 minutes on Amazon Japan after pre-orders went live at midnight. 1 hour later, the Series S was also out of stock. Many major Japanese electronic chains also reported that both consoles sold out within hours of becoming available, including Microsoft's official Japanese store. All this came just hours after Microsoft Japan announced a small price cut to the Series S, but it is not clear if it had any direct impact on sales. So this is interesting stuff. It's actually selling out everywhere. I'm sure it sold out. The PlayStation 5 sold out as well. I'm sure it did. I mean, let's be real, but it's crazy that it sold out everywhere. People actually went out and pre-ordered this thing. And like I said, like they've had a disastrous history. But the fact that it's their fastest growing brand there. Like it's not hard to be your fastest growing brand when you only sold a couple thousand units a month of a system, So you say 88% better than that. Like what? So you sold 20,000 units over your couple of thousand? I don't know. Maybe there is something to this. I think that that's pretty significant because this would be an American company over there, and Japan is very technical. Like they have a lot of technology there that we don't even have yet. Like their cell phones are way better than the cell phones we have right now, for an example. So I don't know. This is interesting stuff. I'd like to see how this plays out. This will probably be the more interesting battleground between the Xbox and the PS5. I do enjoy the two main consoles fighting each other. Nintendo, I don't even know if you consider them in this arena because they trump both of them. The Switch is going to still dominate no matter what, I think, even with these two consoles. But I do think there's a Switch Pro coming for sure. You have to because, I mean, that's one of the things about them is this time they actually have like big games like Doom Eternal and stuff on their system. So this will be interesting to watch. Can the Xbox actually take out Sony in Japan? Now that would be pretty crazy. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, share the video, throw a like up, leave me a comment. What do you guys think? Is this wild stuff? Do you think they could actually take out Sony in Japan? Let me know. Also, make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.